Hello, everybody. I am Nick, and joining me is Firelord sympathizer Jared.
The Firelord did nothing wrong.
Oh, yes. So we are reviewing live the four-parter of Sozin's Comet. We are setting off Avatar: The Last Airbender live in front of you all. And Jared, just kind of give me an overview of what you thought, like each season and leading up to here. Like, so let's kind of set the scene.
Season 1 was really good.
Mm-hmm.
It established the characters, established the conflict really well. Season 2 was really good because it had solid action, solid character development. Everything was great. They were hyping up the fight with the Firelord. It was good. Season 3, because what they did was they're like, okay, we have to fight the Firelord. It's coming up soon. We have to fight the Firelord. And then literally it takes them 8 episodes to get to that point.
Yeah, and then when Jared told me, this was my reaction.
Now
this was my reaction.
My favorite part of this 4-part arc, my absolute favorite, good show, jolly good show indeed, Avatar. So my favorite, you want to know my favorite part of this? Is when Zuko literally goes to them. We're supposed to fight the Firelord, and you're sitting here having a beach day.
Yeah, it's like I love how
Zuko's me.
Also, I love how Zuko attacking Aang is so like him attacking Aang is not. They're not like let's restrain him. No, it's like what are you doing?
Because they kind of trust him. They get what he's going for. You have to be ready to like fight anything, but. I just love it because he's literally saying my criticism for season 3. And I was like, oh, wow, I like this so far.
Yeah. Yeah. And what did you think of like all the sculptures they were making?
That was interesting. I liked when he made what's Katara's brother's name again? Sokka, where Sokka makes a sculpture of Suki, ironically Sokka and Suki, where it looks nothing like her, and then she goes, "Please tell me you're gonna break up with him after that." And she goes, "I think it's cute."
She's girlfriend goals right there. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, because realistically, any girl would be like, "Nope, sorry. Is this how you see me?"
So yeah, the pressure is definitely getting to Aang, and we see him do what he's done throughout the series. When he's under pressure, he runs.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
This never happened to the other fella.
Sorry, it works. And I like. Also, I gotta say, I love how when they're talking about it and they go in for the group hug. And then Zuko's hanging back. He's like, dude, come on. You're part of the group now. You're one of us. Come on. Go,
Which that's a fantastic like moment for Zuko because part of it is that he's always wanted to be accepted. And he's accepted by the people that he had hunted for 2 seasons.
Oh, trust me. We'll get a line coming up that just brings it full circle.
Nice.
So they realize Aang is missing. And Katara, like Zuko, no one has more experience hunting the Avatar than you.
You're kind of the subject matter expert. I love that. That was so good.
I mean, they're not wrong.
They're not wrong. If anyone knows. And then we get the first of a hailstorm, which I appreciated because I was like, it's one of my favorite characters. June, she's back. My favorite month is back.
So why is June your favorite character?
Because she's voiced by Jennifer Hale. That's kind of the obligation. Now, my complaint is that she was there and then she was gone. So it's kind of like fan service.
You know, I bet when she showed up, she gave you a real Mass Effect.
Well, she made me want to scream, drinks are on me.
My name is June, and Avatar is my favorite show on the Citadel.
What's kind of funny is that when she was talking, I heard one of 2 voices. Commander Shepard And Commander Palmer from Halo. By the way, I've met her in real life. At my very first Comic-Con, I got her and Adam Baldwin's signature. They're on my
What
wall.
was it like meeting your lady crush?
Oh my gosh, that was so, because before then I'd only seen her in Mass Effect and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. So it's like, I'm talking to Bastila right about now.
Imagine if you ever got her to do an audio recording. It's like, hi, this is Jennifer Hale, and you're watching Comics League.
If I got her to say I'm Commander Shepard and this is my favorite comic book podcast on YouTube, I would be yes.
No. It's like, I'm Commander Shepard, and Comics League is my favorite podcast on YouTube, on the Citadel.
Yes, please. That's what I would want. But here's the thing. You know what's kind of funny? It's because of her. You know what's a fun fact for you? It's kind of a tangent, but it's a short one. Most players, when they play Mass Effect, play as female Shepard because they like Jennifer Hale's delivery of the lines a lot better.
Yeah, it's kind of a similar thing with Cyberpunk, where like most people prefer female V because like they like the way that she reads the lines.
It's more attitude, particularly the way Jennifer Hale reads her lines. Shepard's so good.
Yeah, so good.
But so they use like that weird pet she has to track Aang, and then they say something pretty interesting. Aang does not exist anymore, or something like that. And I was like, but my problem with that, this is my first problem with the episode. So they say that, and he's on the island, and then he comes back, and then throughout the whole Aang arc, he comes back. So he exists now. How does that work?
Something spirit mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, that was a little too like, okay, guys, I'm not digging that.
Yeah, but like when he's on the island, quote unquote, he talks to some of his past lives. One of them,
Jennifer Hale. Like,
so we got a double dose of Hale in this one.
Good. She is fantastic in literally anything she does. Like, good Lord, she could read Goodnight Moon and it would be good.
You know, I'm wondering because they did a Kyoshi novel. I guarantee you, if the audiobook was read by Jennifer Hale, you would.
I'd buy it immediately.
I need to look into that.
Basically, anything that has Jennifer Hale's name attached to it, I get involved in some way. This is me getting involved in Avatar: The Last Airbender. But again, see, so that was the first point where the episode, where the arc kind of starts to lose me, is that one where I'm like, well, that's good, because they didn't communicate that well, I think, in the episode where they're like, okay, he's out of a spirit realm. But even on the island, Aang says, this isn't a spirit realm because, Momo, you can see me.
Yeah, and then, like, he can bend and whatnot, so...
Yeah, so I was like, this isn't a spirit realm, but how does he not exist?
Well, spoiler alert, he's on a lion turtle, and these are kind of like extra spiritual beings.
I detected that. That was cool.
Oh, what did you think about, like, the reveal of the lion turtle?
That was great, particularly the voice actor that I've seen in practically everything.
Is it Kevin Richardson?
Yeah, I think so. And immediately I was like, oh, hey, what's up, Kilowog?
So do you have the four-parter pulled up? Any
I'm pulling it up right now. I'm pulling it up right now.
Yeah, so we're kind of getting to the end of part one here, and I like where things are kind of setting up. And then like then you notice how like you get Ozai coming up, and like Azula's kind of starting to crack, and he crowns himself.
That's the other thing, because I feel like that level of a crack came out of nowhere, and I was like, how is this happening?
It didn't come out of nowhere.
But that severe of a crack that fast? I mean, I got like it kind of started when like she was betrayed by the other angels, but I was like, she goes down that far as soon as she's given power.
I mean, the next time we see her when she's assaulting the Western Air Temple, he's already kind of starting to go.
It was like,
So, movie theater, as I've seen Legend of Korra, I don't think so. So basically in the Legend of Korra, they expand upon the lion turtles, and they have like this extended sequence where they show like the first Avatar, kind of like an origin kind of episode. I don't mind it. I think it's fine within the lore movie theater. So Jared can't comment because he hasn't seen Korra, and I doubt he ever will. So, Jared, I'm just gonna say Korra's not terrible. You might enjoy it.
I've heard I've heard mixed things about it. I may check it out eventually.
Yeah, the thing about Korra is each season is roughly standalone, and season 2 is not the best. But it does get better with season 3 and 4. I will say that. And
yeah, Kevin Michael Richardson, it's Kilowog.
Nice. And so we're getting on to season 2 here. Basically, episodes 1 and 2 of this 4-parter are kind of the setup, and then 2 and 3 and 4 are the payoff. So we're getting to the setup, and so they can't find Aang, so they go and try and find Iroh. Waiting for you to correct me in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, you mean Iroh?
I'm sorry. Every time this. That is my reaction every time.
I have to say that because it's known that the M. Night Shyamalan movie had the more culturally accurate pronunciations of the names.
You are not sending me to the cool.
What was that about? That's a random ass clip.
I still have it from the Boiling Rock episode. So, so yeah, they go and find Iroh.
Iroh.
Say it one more time and I will boot you. Testing you. So they go and they come upon the Order of the White Lotus. And this is another thing where, yes, it's set up as early as like season 2 and kind of season 1.
But they kind of forget about it.
And it does kind of be a bit ass-pully.
Yeah, because I was like, because immediately it seemed to me like just they only did that as a way to bring back these characters.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, Pian Dao did have the White Lotus on his door, and he did give them a White Lotus tile, so there was some forethought.
But see, and this is the problem I had with this arc, is that it seemed like oh crap, we're at the end of the series. Quick, wrap up all these character arcs before we get to the final battle. That apparently is this really important thing, but we never got to it.
They got to the final battle.
No, but throughout the entire season, they're like, okay, so we have to. It's really important that you fight the Avatar. Let's go have a beach day.
Tevye. So you're saying no. Like, what are you saying no to? Like, we're open to discussion here. And so, yeah. And so they meet it, and they have like, and so like Zuko. I mean, yeah. Even Aang is against that idea, and that's. I gotta say, I really like that's his biggest conflict is killing the Firelord, because that is so against his nature. And I love how all the avatars.
Is Aang Batman?
The one person we never crowned as Batman.
I know, right?
Because we had Sokka as Batman,
to say that because it's a
Toph as
joke.
Batman, and we had Katara as Batman with Sokka as Batman.
And Zuko.
Zuko as Batman. The only one who didn't crown as Batman was
Did we crown Suki?
No, but she's kind of she's Huntress.
Yeah, fair enough.
Black Canary.
And we all know Azula's Catwoman. We all know that. There's no gray area there.
Oh my god! Why? These are Nick level puns. He has become me. The simulation is complete, everybody.
Oh no, I become Nick! Only thing I have to do is age 10,000 years.
I just
that was good.
Yeah, like he stays in character, and I love how the conversation with the avatars, they're all actually giving him advice. they're not telling him to kill the Firelord, but they're just saying whatever you do. Like they're just saying different things, but they're not actually telling him to kill the Firelord. That's what he thinks.
I think they're telling him to make this don't make this decision lightly.
Yeah, whatever you do, back it up. And I think that's why the lion turtle came to him and kind of gave him that gift. Was it sensed his conflict, and after it saw it, and it saw how resolute he was in not killing it, it gave him that ability.
And we all know one of those lion turtles knows a poozer when they can find him.
Also, Tevya, personally, I don't see the difference.
I love that. Again, it's Jennifer freaking Hale.
And she delivers that line so coldly and matter of fact. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, so it got to probably one of my favorite scenes when Zuko was reunited with Iroh. This is really the first time they've been kind of equal since the finale of season 2. Like, yeah, they've met behind bars, but this is the first time they've actually talked since then. And I love how Zuko, like, he's thinking Iroh's gonna hate him, but he's not. Like, he's happy that he's found his path, and I gotta be honest with you, that scene never fails to make me cry.
Cool.
What did you think of that scene?
I liked it. Just think it came too really late, but I liked it.
Okay, so I know a lot of your criticisms are like they rush things, but can you like just talk about things?
No, the scene is great. The scene is 100% great. It's awesome. Again, it's just if it had happened earlier in the season, I think it would have fit more.
I don't think she would, because we see chi blockers in Korra and they don't have that ability. Also, to kind of go on Korra a little bit, I do believe Amon's like stuff is related to chi blocking, but we'll talk, whatever. Oh, yes, Tevya, I agree.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there because I agree with you. That was awesome.
Yeah. I mean, Ty Lee's already dangerous being a chi blocker. Like that definitely is crazy. So yeah, and like they're having the campfire thing. Another moment I really liked is like the Firelord. Like that's a Freudian slip right there.
Yeah, I know. That was really funny. I like that one.
Yeah, and so they're kind of like, all right, we're gonna divide up into teams. You go here, you go here.
It was kind of funny. These teams don't see each other again until the Firelord is defeated. Also,
something that Iroh says, because like I know a lot of people say like, why didn't Zuko just kill Ozai in the throne room at the Day of Black Sun? Iroh basically explains it, because if Iroh or Zuko kills Ozai, it's just brother killing brother, son killing father. The cycle is literally repeating itself.
Yeah, the Avatar has to defeat him.
Yeah, and let's be honest, Iroh probably could have defeated Ozai.
Oh yeah.
Especially with the lightning redirection technique, because Iroh would have just tried.
You could say Iroh has unlimited power.
I'm seeing if I actually have that clip still.
If not, you'll put. Oh yeah, this is live. You can't put in the edit. All right.
Oh my god, I actually don't think I have it. Oh crap.
Phil TMNT.
Oh bro, what the frick?
Oh, he's talking about the M. Night Shyamalan movie.
No, he wanted Aang to pull a Milo maneuver. When you watch Legend of Korra and you get to that scene, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay. Plus, having all the teams split up. Yeah, it's like Return of the Jedi when they don't all see each other until everyone's celebrating with the Ewoks.
Yeah, so these are the teams we got. Is Zuko and Katara are taking Appa to the Fire Nation to go face Azula. Okay, to reclaim the throne. And so, Jared, talk for a second, please. I need to do something.
Well, And again, this was one of the cool parts of the episode. There's a lot of cool parts in this. The issue is sometimes it doesn't really like. The problem with it is that there are some parts that like hit that like bounce off, but there are some parts that I'm like, this is coming way too late. But anyway, I did enjoy all the action scenes. Let me put it that way. All the action scenes were great, particularly, and we'll talk about this later, the Zuko versus Azula duel, because it's what's cool about it is that they used a different color fire, so you can tell who's attacking and who's defending. That was really well done from an animation perspective.
Yeah, the clarity was great. Not gonna lie.
I'm like, yeah, thank you for doing that, so I can tell what the hell is going on.
Yeah, it's really good. Sorry, my battery's like again like the battery low indication thing on my headphones. I'm trying to find the thing real quick. But yeah. Yeah, he's got to disagree on this one.
Oh, really? Because season 3's buildup was we have to fight the Firelord. Okay, so let's hang out and go to like a stupid show to recap the entire series. That doesn't make any sense because there's no way a playwright would know all these details.
I mean, I tried to argue and you weren't having it, so I don't know what to tell you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah.
It's odd. I'm just like, this doesn't really work that well. And again, action scenes are freaking tastic. Technically, we had filler episodes animated before. Doesn't mean I have to like it, Tevia. Doesn't mean I have to like, particularly in a show where they're hyping up the battle and they're like, they make it like they have a time thing. We have to fight him before like we have to get him to him at this particular time period. Let's take 8,000 breaks.
Yeah, it's not good. Not good at all.
That's kind of where I fall on why season 3 kind of bounces off.
I get you on that. I truly do. So we're basically dividing the teams, and then you got Sokka and Suki are heading to the airship stuff and kind of grabbing that. So sorry, just kind of plugging in here. All right, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Sorry, I had to take care of something for the house. What's up, K-pop? So again, that's just my whole thing. But again, these action scenes are very well done, well animated. Everything looks great. The visuals in this are amazing.
Hey, K-pop, how you doing? Nice to have you here. So, if my audio is weird, the battery on these things died, so I'm without this. So there might be a little bit of echo. I do apologize. I
did like when Toph calls Sokka Captain Boomerang.
A little bit of a DC.
So he's about to kill a Justice League, if you will.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I had to. I'm on fire with these Nick puns today.
I mean, it's almost like you're empowered by Sozin's Comet.
Yeah, there's no moral gray area there.
There's no gray Deluise area there.
No, that doesn't work, Nick. That breaks it up. I was gonna do that pun, but then I decided to take out the last name because that breaks it up. But anyway, and I like the visual of the fire fleet like burning stuff to the ground from the sky.
You mean like this? You mean like this? So let's kind of break down that moment, okay? Toph is blind. So there's so much fire that she can feel it radiating.
There's so much heat.
Yeah. And so we're getting to the final battle right here.
Thank
we got
God.
like that nice little camera pan, and They kind of trade some shots, like, oh, divine providence. And then Ozai starts busting out the lightning. And then we get this.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
That's great. I love that. That's good.
Oh, yeah. And here's what I love about that moment is Ozai knew about lightning redirection. He saw Zuko do it, and Zuko said
He underestimated Aang, though. That's the thing.
Perhaps I underestimated you.
Impressive. Most impressive.
Twice the pride, double the fall.
Yeah. My powers have doubled since the last time we met Ozai. There you go.
But anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And again, that battle scene was great.
Yeah. And
once they actually got to the fight that they've been hyping up for a season, it was good.
And then we're kind of entering the other portion that I think is a bit kind of stupid. When he knocks him and we have that conveniently placed rock positioned just enough to trigger the scar.
Yeah, it's...
I mean, funny that you're comparing him to Palpatine because you know who voices Ozai, right?
Mm-hmm. You could almost say he's a Jedi like his father before him.
Yeah.
But there were too many conveniences, and I was like, yeah.
But yeah, I do love the moment where it's like buried in the rocks. All of a sudden, he just reaches up and grabs the beard.
I love that. That was good. I like that one.
Yeah, and then you get like the Avatar spear kind of going, and like you get like genuine fear on Ozai's face, and then Aang's like, no, that's and Ozai's like, even with all the power in the world, you're still weak. And then Ozai shows the cheap shot, and then we get this.
I don't know if you noticed, but Ozai's beard goes away a few times when they're panning.
Are you kidding me?
Play it again.
Oh, I don't have to tell me twice.
Watch it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pay attention to
Yeah, it does go in.
It could be it just blends in with the long hair, but it kind of looks like it goes away.
Yeah, in some of like the turn shots, definitely for sure. But yeah. And I love how then they reveal what it is to turn someone's bending. Your own soul must be incorruptible. And that is why he's able to do energy bending. It's because he's so dedicated to not killing Ozai.
Mm-hmm.
That is how he's able to do it. And it's like, I love it. I actually like it's a bit of an ass pull for the energy bending, but like the payoff.
It's not like this entire season has been making up weird ass versions of bending. It really boils my blood.
Yeah, and I love how like after he's like, in the end, Ozai was made to be quite the joker.
You could say he got a killing joke.
I'm sorry.
You could say Ozai had one bad day. Technically he was fun.
With all the exertion that Ozai was doing, I half expected him to fade into nothing.
Oh god.
I guess you could say
he takes a rock and just shoves it over his shoulder.
I guess you could say that this really is the last Airbender.
So wait. Season 1 was The Airbender Awakens.
Season 2 was The Last Airbender. And this is the rise of Airbenders.
There you go.
The rise of Aang.
And this season hit about as well as episode 9.
Somehow Ozai returned.
Somehow bloodbending is a thing.
Ozai has seen this kind of power before, and he does not like it.
Mm-hmm. But anyway,
I
again,
wonder
the
if
duels.
Ozai likes blue milk.
So again, I like that. I liked the battle, which was cool. I liked everything else. Once you get to the battle, it's good. It's just it took too damn long to get to the battle.
So speaking of battle,
Yeah.
we need to kind of like cut to the other battle, which I'm gonna be honest with you, I cared more about Zuko versus Azula.
Which was again so well done with the different color fires. And again, this gets to my thing.
I
where-
love how it's like, I'm sorry, brother. It's like, no, you're not. Like, it's basically like, imagine you're a younger sibling, even though Zuko is older, and you had a sibling that tortured you, that constantly abused you, and finally you're done with their crap. You're emotionally over it, and you're just like, no, I'm done. No, and it's, I love it.
The problem with it is that again, see, here's the problem with it. I think she had too severe of a mental break.
I mean, the way the Ozai abandoned her, and she
But
was left
Ozai
alone.
said, "You're gonna be the Firelord."
Also, this to me, this is Grey Delui's audition for Harley Quinn.
Has she ever played Harley Quinn?
I don't think so, but she should. She would play an amazing Harley Quinn.
Yeah, that's true.
Like she would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, also I love the music. It's a tragedy.
Yeah, it is.
Like they could very easily put like triumphant music on it, you know. But it's a tragedy.
It's like how there's it's like how with war, it's like there's no like good or bad side, kind of.
Yes. And like, what's the matter? For you redirect it, and he does it, and he just barely catches the lightning, and then Katara versus Azula, and this is where Katara truly shines.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, what did you think? Like Katara going 1-1 with Azula.
I didn't see it coming. Yes, I did not see that coming.
I think I actually still have that clip. So
Good. Well, he cues it up, and the thing.
It's me. Prove it. You're a dick. Okay.
That was Nick. As soon as I told him I didn't like this this episode.
You didn't see that coming?
Oh gosh.
Oh!
Why are we highlighting this comment?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's basically how Ozai treated her, and when I think she finally realized that at the end. But like, I love the way it ends with Katara doing like the freezing and the chains, and I know I played this clip a lot, but this clip is heartbreaking. Like Azula is like also Jared, you're kind of like sinking into the chair.
Oh, okay, sorry. So she's like breathing fire now. She has become a dragon rider.
So Jared will not be joining us.
You set me up so well for that.
But I wish I could play that clip like even 5 seconds longer, because like it's basically like Zuko being held up by Katara, and like you can still hear her cry and they're just staring. That thing hits so freaking hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh.
Azula was.
No, we're just going right past that. Phil.
Oh, god dang it! Oh man.
Oh my god.
But again, it's.
What is your major malfunction, numbnuts?
But
that's basically.
But my problem with this is that the fall, I think, happens a little too fast, because it's like they had the inciting moment that like like Angel's turning against her, and then they don't touch on it ever until the finale. So I'm like,
I
where's
mean,
this
they
coming
kind
from?
of touch on it, like when you see her at the Western Air Temple, she's starting to get a bit unhinged. It is a bit rushed, but it's not like they didn't touch on it.
Again, this is my point where I feel like this episode was, oh crap, we set all this up. We have to resolve it. Quick, throw everything in here.
Yeah.
That's my problem. It's almost as if you had less filler, you could have set this up organically.
Mm.
And again, that's what killed season 3 for me.
All right, so Firelord's defeated, Azula's defeated. Now it's time for the wrap up.
And now it's time for the celebration on Endor with all the teams reuniting. Everyone's playing on Firelord helmets.
I mean, speaking of Star Wars, the coronation did kind of give me throne room vibes from episode 4.
Yeah.
But I really like it. It's touching. You know, Aang's got a new outfit. The 100-year war is over.
And Zuko, for the first time, calls Aang his friend.
Yeah. And I just, and I love, like, they kind of dangle us with that plot thread of, like, Zuko's mom, which they do play off in the comics. They do touch upon that in the comics.
But that's my other thing. I'm like, if you know this is your finale, why are you setting up other crap?
And then we have the final scene. We're at the tea shop. We're getting all that stuff. And we get the kiss.
Yeah. And I was like, well, okay. That was set up. Now, I'll give them that. They carried through on something that was set up.
Episode 1.
Episode 1, throughout the entire series. So at least this, finally, they did something organically.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to do ratings, but we're going to do for the 4-part finale, you're going to give a rating. For season 3, you're going to give a rating. And then for the entire series, you're going to give a rating, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So for this 4-parter, what score do you give it?
With the hail bump?
Bated breath.
Honestly, if I gotta rate it, because I think it's because I have my strong criticisms about this, and honestly, I'd give it like a 6.
With the hail bump?
With the hail bump.
Wow.
And the hail bump is additional 2 points for how many times she appears in the episode.
I was hoping for about a 7, but
close.
All right. This is I guarantee you this is gonna be your lowest score. Season 3, what's your score?
5.
Oh. Well, that's surprising. I thought you were gonna get like a 3 or something.
No, because it did some cool stuff. It's just what brought it down to a 5 is all the dang filler in a season that's establishing a timetable to fight the final bad guy.
All right. And then the entire series, what would you give it?
7 or 8 out of 10, somewhere in there, because season 3 is not enough to make me say the entire series sucks. No, season 1 and 2 are great.
What do you give a rating for seasons 1 and 2?
Both 9s.
Okay, so for me, this 4-parter, I'm with Tevya. It gets a 10 out of 10 because it just hits all the right notes for me. I'm more of a fan of this than Jared, so like
that explains it. That's fine.
Season 3, I'm gonna give it an 8. Okay, 7.5. I'll give it 7.5 because I do agree the pacing is a bit off. And in the entire series, I would say is a 9.5 for me.
Yeah.
And then season 1 is an 8 because it's good, but it's rough. Season 2 is a 10 out of 10 because season 2 is literal perfection. Season 2 is a show fire, like practically every episode is a banger.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the highs of season 2 outweigh, like the lows are minimal in season 2.
There's barely any lows in season 2.
Yeah. So yeah, and then over
And the lows are like so scattered that it doesn't even like it doesn't really affect season 2.
Okay. What is your favorite episode of the series?
Ironically, the invasion from season 3.
Mine is Zuko alone.
That's interesting. I like that.
So yeah,
But isn't that ironic, by the way, that my favorite episode is from my least favorite season?
yes, it is actually quite ironic, I must say.
But,
So,
but a quick thing I wanted to say real quick. As someone that's historically not been an Avatar fan, I genuinely enjoyed the series. Granted, season 3 was rough, but it's not enough to say I really hated it. I genuinely enjoyed watching it. I'm glad I finally watched it because now I can get all my friends off my back that are saying, Jared, you have to watch Avatar The Last Airbender. So thank you, Nick.
fair enough. So, before we talk about what we're going to do next, I want to do a quick aside. So, obviously, the Avatar series, the live action one, is coming up. I just kind of want to talk about that real quick because we haven't really done on it too much. Obviously, at this point, the show, it hasn't aired. So, Jared, what's kind of your opinion so far of the show?
CGI of the fire of like when they released that clip of I think it's Zuko fighting looks a little dodgy, but that's fine. Streaming show, so I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. It looks better than the movie, and that's a high bar. That's a low bar right there, but it looks way better. The characters actually look like the cartoon characters, which that's a big boost.
Tavia, we're literally talking about it right now, so you're good.
And
the show looks
and the
apart.
thing, real quick, and Nick and I were talking about this before we went live. I think a lot of the comments that people are like freaking out about was a bunch of actors saying stupid stuff. Time will tell if it's like actually as bad as people as we say it is.
Yeah, that's the thing, because like there has been nothing in the trailers itself, nothing in there that is indicated that they're going in this direction. So far everything looks great, and I want this to be good. And I'm gonna go give it a fair shake. If everything turns out to be like it is, I will rage. But
And I will watch that rage.
They can still screw it up badly. Yeah, definitely, for sure. Not gonna lie. And like, yes, like I said, I feel like the actors have done a very poor job of communicating things, and not just the actors, but the showrunners. I think they kind of need a little PR training. I'm trying to be charitable here. Like, casting wise, the show is great. I love that they got Daniel Day Kim for Ozai. He is twice in Avatar. Like, he was General Fong in Avatar, and then he was also in Legend of Korra.
Kind of like Coming Home.
Also, he's Johnny. Also, I love seeing Johnny Gat.
Mm-hmm.
He played Johnny Gat in Saints Row, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm tepidly looking forward to this. So yeah. So next up, all right. Sure, talk for a second while I queue up our next thing.
Again, so really, I mean, if they screw it up badly, I will be rubbing it in Nick's face because that'll be hilarious for me.
Yeah.
If they season 3 it, I'll definitely, but that'll be my new term. Oh, they Avatar season 3'd it. That's gonna be my new thing. Or you just got Shyamalan.
I need to unmute myself. So you want to see what we got coming up next?
Oh boy.
Oh, come on.
Be careful.
It did 10 seconds.
Yeah, we're covering Teen Titans on this channel.
What?
Teen Titans.
Yes. So the next thing on Rewatch, starting either next week or the week after that, I may take a week off for Rewatch, is going to be Teen Titans. And we're going to do all 5 seasons. And then we're going to do the finale is going to be Trouble in Tokyo live.
Sweet. I can't wait.
So yeah, I'm really excited for this. I love this show. It's going to be really great.
Booyah!
Yeah, exactly. So I'm really excited. We're going to be doing Teen Titans. It's going to be awesome. And yeah, and if you made it this far, please make sure to give us a if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Share it.
Appreciate it. And Jared, what you got going on coming up this week?
So Britt and I released our announcement episode of Super Wonder Legacy, where we are making a entire DC universe of our own because DC won't do the smart thing and let us run DC. And
Fine, I'll do it myself.
This week for my commentary, I'm continuing my problem with series, except this came to me last night. I know what I'm talking about the problem is, and Nick, I kind of got inspired by the Pokemon episode. I'm talking about the problems with the DCAU. Oh boy, I'm going to get really, really, really honest.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of Bruce Timm bashing, so.
Why not? He certainly deserves a lot of it. And movie night, we're going to be talking about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. It's going to be on Friday. Wait. Suicide Squad Hell to Pay. Man, that was a Freudian slip. The reason why we're doing it on a Friday at 11 again is because Sam Liu is going to come on again and talk about it because he worked on that movie.
I unfortunately will not be there because I'm going to have to get up early for Comic-Con, so I'm not going to be there, sadly.
And Tavia, Green Lantern is an option for a show that I'm going to do, but I know that after, at least on my channel, when we finish covering Justice League Unlimited, which we're going into the final season, we're going to be doing Superman, the animated series. So we're kind of doing a flashback, if you will.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty interesting. That's going to do wonders for your channel. I just
say the audience lives in a world of cardboard.
I just hope you can handle all that Lois Lane.
Well, then again, they're not together in that, so I can be fine with it. And plus, I can use it to show why Lois Lane sucks, so I can use her in the thumbnail and all that stuff. But in terms of Under Two Capes, we're going to be talking about the MCU, what projects we're excited for and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. And then next week on Legacy, Britt and I are going to be debating Jay Heat on the Super Wonder book from the New 52.
Awesome. So thank you everyone for joining on this journey. Thank you, Tevya. Thank you for everyone who showed up to the stream. And thank you to everyone who's watching this on the replay. I love you all. So this was Avatar: The Last Airbender. And as always, this is Nick from the Phoenix Press. Remember, I can only show you the door. You're the one to walk through it.